Hello everyone, my name is Rob. I'm from the Insane Gamers, and so this is part 28 of Gran Turismo 6. And recently I haven't tried it out, but there was an update to the game, and what it did is it added B spec. I'm not sure how you get onto B spec. I'm going to assume you just select the in career mode. That'll be next episode. I'll be showing you that. In fact, you know what I might do? I might actually do that for those two races that I got silver on. So I want to get all golds. But right now I've got to do the electric circuits, and well, I'm not in an electric car, but what I do have, really? I'm sure I have a. Do I not have it? The Model S. What do I need? 400 or less. So what are the eligible vehicles then? That's a bit shit. Come on. Okay. The Roadster is the Model S signature performance. I own no. What? What is this? Right. Can I? Do I have to? What do I have to? Do I have to get it below something? I'm gonna assume I have to. I have to get it below 400 pp. So I'm gonna. Can't remember how it's in the option somewhere. I'll limit it. Don't know if this is a good vehicle to choose, but you know, let's do it. Right, car list. So these are the cars that I have. If you guys, no. Kia. Right. I want to get in that. Right. Can I? I don't want to sell it. I want to grade it. I don't know how the hell you do this. Car settings will probably be it. Yeah. I'm sure at one point there was a way of limiting the settings, wasn't there? Maybe if I make it option B. Shoot, so it'll win the power probably. Power limiter. I want to get it below 400 pp. Which part? Oh, yeah, I can. I was almost thinking it wasn't going to. I want to get it right to the limit of 400. Right, there we go. 52%. That'd be good. That. I hope I've selected that. I'm just going to make sure I did actually select the. Yeah, B. And then if I don't, if I want car setting A, I can just do that. Yeah. Okay. Nice little feature there in Gran Turismo. You know, you can just choose. Well, Forza has it as well, but let's not go into that. Right, is my vehicle eligible? Yes, of course it is. I'm sure there probably would have been better cars that you can choose, but you know, I'm recording this a couple of bits ahead. Oh, the B spec. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So it's right here. Okay, well, I'm going to do A spec anyway. In this one. And next episode, I will do B spec. For those in the Night Master events. The ones I didn't win. Which I can't even remember what vehicle I chose. But we'll go. And it feels so weird having no sound. But that, whatever these are, were being overtaken. They're Mitsubishis, I think. Also, guys, I think the Rob vs PS2 hiatus videos come out at the time. Like I said, recording ahead of time. Don't really know. If it hasn't, oops, I've spoiled that. But I don't know if people. Well, I know Risco watched the Gran Turismo one. But yeah, I'm gonna put it on hiatus for a while because I've got exams and stuff coming up. So you know that's a problem. Editing wise, you know, trying to make 2 videos a day. Also, I want to play, you know, 360 and PS3 games while they're cheap because Xbox One, PS4, Wii U has been out for 2 years. The other 2 have been out for 3 years, no, 1 year, and that means game stores at least in UK, reduced the price massively of last gen stuff. They just want the shit out of the store. They don't care anymore. So, you know, I'm considering, like, you can buy a game that came out 6 months ago now for less than a tenner. You can buy games that came out a year ago for less than a fiver. And I think that's interesting. Not brand new, obviously, used, which is a bit of a problem with later games on those consoles, because they often include online passes and stuff, but honestly, who gives a shit about online passes for a game that's 3 years old? No one will probably be playing online. I don't think. Let's get past these two. Right. God, I'm drifting horribly. But what I was going to say was, because I'm going to get a bunch of them, would you guys be interested, because I want to play more PS3. I only have 2 PS3 games. Shocking, I know, right? I have a shitload of 360 games. I used to own a bunch of PS3 games as well. I used to own all the PS3 Ratchet & Clanks. I used to own Gran Turismo 5, and I sold them. Oh no, I used to own Test Drive Unlimited 2 and Driver San Francisco as well. Right? And I was like, well, I might consider selling the PS3. This was like over a year ago before Xbox One and PS4 came out. I was like, oh, I might consider selling the PS3, get as much install credit for it as I can before the consoles come out, and then I'll have the money to buy a new console. Obviously that didn't happen. So the 2 games I have are Gran Turismo 6, this obviously what I'm let's playing, and the first Resistance 1. Now, I know you guys probably won't be interested in seeing that, but I've never seen any copies of Ratchet & Clank HD collect. I think in America they're called the HD collections or the trilogies or something. Over here they're not. They're called HD Classics and then the name of the game, which is a bit annoying on the shelf, I guess. But I won that race, so I'm happy. But yeah, if I can get either the Sly Cooper series, which I played the third one, Ratchet and Clank, I played all of them. But the interesting thing is, I think I might get the Jak and Daxter one, because I had Daxter on the PSP, and although my PSP is broken, right now, which sucks. Don't even know if the memory card survived. I think it did. But the thing is, I have those games. I had the game. I was like, yeah, I really want to play it, and the console versions. So I'm considering maybe getting that one first because of the games I haven't played. Right, yeah, let's get past this. So is this 2 laps again? Yeah. It sounds like I'm, like, not talking. Like, just breathing. I have no idea. What the hell? Was that what I thought it was? I have to see if that is what I think it is. I've got to keep that in my memory because I'm probably going to forget. I'm pretty sure that was the electric concept car that General Motors produced. It was literally it was called the General Motors electric car, or something, the General Motors E or something, EZ1 or something like that. It was called, and they you had to get them on. I only found this stuff off Wikipedia because I'm in Europe, and therefore the game it wasn't sold over here. But you could only get them on rental, and they remained the property of General Motors during this test. And at the end of it, they were like, whoa, it's not a good idea to have electric cars. Because they'd recently invested in an oil company. Or the oil company had invested in them. So, whoa, we need to continue making petrol vehicles so we can earn money. And, well, oil-based vehicles, I should say. Because there's petrol and diesel. So that's what they did, and it That's what happened. They took them back off people when the trial was finished. Pretty much destroyed them. Give a few of them to museums, deactivated so they couldn't be driven, and said if you ever deactivate it, we're suing you out the ass. With some like educational video or something, probably right, like to schools across America and in museums and stuff. They were just like, yep, it's interesting. And then they'd probably give the people that rented them a reduced price. Like, they were like, oh, well, I'm speculating here, we don't know, but they were probably like, well, maybe you can have a bit of money to get another General Motors vehicle. Maybe they just give them free cars because they're like, well, you rented it, you're going to need a car because you're not going to get it. And they'll probably want people to stay with a General Motors vehicle. It's that's obvious. I'm gonna see what it was. I'm gonna see if that was, and if it is, I'm definitely buying that. No, I don't think it was. Don't tell me that was the Insight 99. Don't tell me it was. I would suck if it was. So I just went on a tangent about something that nobody cared about. I have to see if that car's in the game. I don't know why General Motors would allow that, because they want that out of their history, but if that was in this game, that would be pretty cool, because I was like, that's an interesting story. I think that should be on Forza when I went back. Well, I'm a fan of both. So you don't hate me. Well, we'll be into that's Europe, Asia Pacific, North America, right? Are we in the GM for General Motors, probably? Might be into Chevy. I don't think it was that though. Oh yeah, you can get that. Nope, it's not under Chevy. Be really easy if there was like a search option. I think, you know. Yeah, I don't think it's in this game. Shame, but you know, if any of you guys, you know, I think that was the name of the vehicle. I'm not sure. The EZ1 might not be it though. You just Google it. You're probably on a device that can access Google if you're on a device that can access YouTube. If you're watching this on some kind of smart TV or TiVo box or something. Which, speaking of TiVo, yay, cable company rants. In the UK, we pretty much have one cable company, Virgin Media, and I've spoke about them before in many Gran Turismo videos earlier. It's like part 8 or something, I think I talked about. But I was like, whoa, well, it essentially just used to be a bunch of cable companies, regional, and NTL bought a bunch of them out, and then, but the government was like, oh well, you can have the small, you need. The government was like, right, there still needs to be competition. You can't just have one. Oh shit! Oops. Well, that wasn't intended to happen. So I'm just gonna cheat a little bit now and catch you up. But yeah, the government was like, you need free. There was free, but main ones. But it's like you need competition. So there's NTL, which bought the ones up in the north, and no, the N in NTL didn't stand for north. It stood for national for some reason. Yeah, what is this? It's a Honda. Maybe it's where they got the design from, but it just reminded me of it. And then there was Telewest, which Chris was with, because Chris was down in the Midlands, where they were, and Telewest was generally down south, and then in some areas, I think it was mainly the Midlands, although some areas were Telewest. There was Cable and Wireless. Don't know anyone that was part of them. But those were the choices that you had. Oh, and then there was like Small World cable. Can't remember where that was, and then there was Right cable, which is the Isle of Wight. So it's two minor ones, and then, but there was these three big ones, and then NTL and Telewest merged, and Telewest bought Cable and Wireless out at some point. So they all formed. So then it formed this company called NTL Telewest. Imagine it as Comcast Time Warner. And then they decided, well, there's a mobile phone network here that's struggling, called Virgin Mobile. Let's buy that, and then look, we can show ourselves to Britain as we can be the first company to offer all four. And don't worry, the prices are still pretty cheap. I don't know where some of you guys are viewing from, but you can, for the equivalent of what you guys pay for just 25 down internet, I can get 120 megabytes down, the large TV package, the talk evenings and weekends phone package, which means phone calls are free after 6 PM or on a weekend, and a nice little mobile phone contract for the same price that you guys are paying for 25 megabyte down connection from Comcast. But the DVR they offer, they have their own version. They have their own DVR, which is called the V Plus, or V Plus HD, whichever one you got. Used to be called TV Drive. Interestingly, that was tested when it was NTL. I was one of the people that got to test that DVR because it was tested first in my regional area. Which that probably won't be interesting to most people, but that was an okay VCR. VCR? That's not VCR, it's a PVR. But and the other one that they now offer is TiVo, or TiVo, whatever you want to call it, which we now have. But we've had TiVo for over a year now, and recently the hard drive in it died. Oh, that's what they said happened. What happened was, it would, in the middle of a program, it would turn off and then get stuck in a reboot loop. Sometimes it would be very, very slow to change channels. And the other thing is, the recordings were basically unwatchable because they would either pixelate heavily or have no sound. Luckily the recordings did have subtitles if it didn't have sound, but that's a problem, I think you can tell. So so I had to ring. I'm gonna save this story, actually, the rest of the story, for next episode, because I'm gonna test B-Spec on that last thing. So I won't be really doing anything in the video, so apart from talking. But what I am gonna do before I forget is to change the vehicle back to its normal full self. Right, there we go. Anyway, I've been Robin from the Instant Gamers. This has been part 28 of Gran Turismo 6. Thanks for watching, and ta-ra.